Yes, sir, man. Welcome back to the latest edition of 123 Cabo, man. This is the San Francisco 49ers edition. Somebody would say Cowboys West. Not me. Not
Whoa,
me.
whoa, whoa.
I wouldn't. I
Getting off
wouldn't.
to a bad start.
I wouldn't do that. But man, we got a special guest in the building, man. My dog Dre. How you feeling, big dog?
Doing well, Zeke. Thanks for having me, man. Glad I could do this. Yeah, man. Glad football's here. I miss my boy Trey Lance tonight. I don't know what he's got going on, but I'll check later. But yeah, man. Ready to do it. Thanks for having me, bro.
Oh yeah, Trey Lance getting the reps, man. Hey, we've been saying for the longest, all he needs is some reps. You got to play him.
Listen, man. They said he was playing into the third quarter. I was like, okay, well, maybe that's what we could have done, but it's all right. We good. No worries.
Yeah, and then right after
Yeah.
they got a buddy that went to Clemson and then Florida State and then
Oh, the DJ guy?
yeah,
Yeah. Dang.
yeah, that's all.
Hopefully Herbert don't get hurt. Let's just say that.
We're gonna pray on it, man. But but to get into it, obviously, like I said, man, the season's obviously right around the corner. It's here. Hall of Fame
hmm
game was on tonight. San Francisco, the Niners had a down year last year. A bunch of things happened that didn't go your guys' way. I think so. My question to you is, what was your biggest takeaway, or kind of one of the main reasons why the season didn't go as intended?
I think the main thing is I think the hangover from losing the Super Bowl, a game that I think we should have won. I'm sure they feel they should have won, and to lose the way we did with Kyle not knowing the overtime rules or whatever that whole story was, like it was just demoralizing, man. And to get back and you know be facing the team that beat you the last time you were there, I mean, it would have been nice to get that one. You know what I mean? So, but and just with everything that had happened in the NFC Championship game when Purdy went down early, you know, to make it all the way back the next year when he's healthy, it's just like, okay, like this finally feels like we're getting over that hump. We're gonna get that sixth one, but to lose it, I think a lot of, I just think it bled into and the coaches and players have said it. Like, and I don't want to say they're making excuses. But they have said like, making the playoffs obviously sucks, but or missing the playoffs obviously sucks, but you know, to be able to have like a full off season and be able to rest. You know what I mean? Because you play up until February and then turn right back around, a couple months later, you're in, spring training or OTAs or whatever. You know what I mean? So it was just like,
Yeah.
a lot of the sentiment from the players and the coaches, at least what they've been telling the media and stuff like that, is like, yes, making it or missing it last year was trash, but we actually feel rejuvenated type thing. You know what I mean? And we just had multiple, deep runs into the playoffs where that core, I do feel like, they were a little tired. And listen, I don't want to make no excuses, but they might have been a little tired, might have worn out, a little, mentally fatigued, you know what I mean? So, and then you pile that with the injuries, it was just a shit show from the beginning, honestly. So, yeah.
Gotcha. So it's kind of like there was a little silver lining in there. It's like, yeah, we didn't, obviously the goal is to always win a championship, but when you have a year where you don't have to play, like you said, late into January, February, you get time to rest. And, sometimes you see that in the form of injuries, like Dre Greenlaw, Brandon Ayuk obviously had the injury.
Right.
So, yeah, a few of those different things kind of happen.
Yeah.
So, uh, you know, some big things happened this offseason. Some players left, some stayed, some folks got extended. Uh, so Brock Purdy got paid.
Yes,
How you
sir.
feel about it?
I'm excited about it, man. I like Brock. I mean, it's a steep price, obviously, but I mean, it's the going rate for, the quarterback or whatever, so, but listen, man, even last year, Brock, it was easily Brock's worst year last year, but he still had moments where he was really good. The offense was still pretty efficient. Like, I mean, there were times where I was watching him though, I'm like, shit, man, was last year kind of flash in the pan? But I mean, the team wasn't good last year. So I don't want to, and we all know Brock Purdy's not the guy who can, like, he's not Josh Allen, he's not Lamar Jackson, he's not Patrick Mahomes, right? Like he's not in that class where he can make up for, being on your eighth offensive lineman and your fifth wide receiver. You know what I mean? So like, but as far as, what I do think Brock is the right guy. He's got enough arm strength, even though you call him Pew Pew Purdy. He's got enough arm strength. He's got the accuracy. He's got more athleticism than people give him credit for. And he just seems like a smart, dedicated guy, man. Like I was listening to a podcast the other day, Niners podcast the other day, and Mike Silver had wrote a book, or he wrote a book recently, and I don't know why this was in the book, but he just mentioned how like once we paid Jimmy Garoppolo, he just stopped texting the coaches back. You know what I mean? It was just yeah. So it was just like things like that. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to worry about that with Brock Purdy, man. You know you could tell he really like lives and breathes football, and yeah, man, he's the right guy. I worry about his health just because of his size, but yeah, I'm excited. And, you know, no BS, no log drawn out stuff. He's there for OTAs, he's there for training camp, you know, all this kind of stuff. Like you know, you could tell he wants to, you know, hit the ground running and get that bad taste from last year out of our mouth.
Gotcha. Hey, all I can see is Jimmy G on the phone with his agent. Like, hey, did the money go through yet? Did it go through? Did it go through?
Facts.
Like, yeah, yeah. Then he just
Facts.
start blocking. All right, Shanahan
Yeah.
block, block, block. All right, so we good. We can kick his feet
Yeah.
up, just chilling.
There were whispers of that when that had happened, or because I just heard this the other day, but there were whispers of it happening, you know, back when it was taking place. I was like,
Mm,
I mean, you know, maybe he's just enjoying his off season, you know what I mean? Like, you know, but it's just it's weird, you know what I mean? And shout out to Jimmy, man. He won a lot of games for us, but still, it's just strange, and you don't have those kind of problems with Purdy, I don't think. Hopefully,
yeah, he don't seem like the type, man.
yeah.
Yeah, I think for me, I mean, I kind of was one of the early probably doubters of Brock Purdy. I think I got more confidence in him on that drive, on that run to the Super Bowl, specifically like the NFC title game, and I think even the game against Green Bay, he had like some
Hmm.
good game plays where he was able to make some stuff move. He extended with his legs, made plays, he just kind of found a way to win. So yeah, I think, and especially like the fit in you guys' offense, I think works really really good for him. So yeah, man, shout out to Pew Pew for getting that bag, man. We ain't gonna never get mad at you for getting
Yeah,
that
man.
bag.
Nah,
So
not at
no,
all, man. You know, seems like a down to earth guy. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, and I don't care. He could be an asshole if he wins the Super Bowl, but you know, it's just like, you know, you know, it seems like the right fit for sure. So, yeah,
thanks.
yeah,
So I obviously, like we said, you got him or got him locked in, but then you lost some people. You traded away Debo this offseason. Dre
yep.
Greenlaw left. Mooney Ward, just to name a few. Who do you think that you guys either got rid of or lost that you think is going to be the biggest impact on the squad?
Like losing them, it's they're hard to replace type thing, or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, the obvious answer seems to be Debo. You know, as you've seen in our, you know, group chat on Twitter, you know, I've had certain feelings about Debo recently, but you know, Debo was important, man. Like you know, he did a lot, and you know, whether, you know, he always separated or, you know, always, you know, made, you know, the catch when we needed it. Like Debo made a shit ton of big plays for us. So to think that, you know, and when we drafted Pearsall, I pretty much figured that we were letting Debo walk. But you know, to think that that's going to be easy, I don't think that'll be the case. It'll have to be, you know, multiple people who make up for that, you know, loss of production. Even if he wasn't very productive last year. But yeah, Dre Greenlaw sucks. Love Dre Greenlaw. I do think part of the reason we lost that Super Bowl was because he wasn't in there because that boy was going crazy until he got hurt. But that's rather here nor there.
Thanks.
Mooney Ward. You know, Lenore, I like Lenore a lot. I like Renardo Green a lot. You know, and Mooney Ward's kind of been, you know, talking about like the vibes of last year and how it was. And I like Mooney Ward though, man. He was a good corner. You know, he had a tragedy last year, so can't hold anything against him. You know what I mean? If he wasn't fully mentally there. But yeah, Debo's the obvious answer. You know, you could find, I mean, Dre Greenlaw's great. You could find another linebacker, you know what I mean? But there's not really many people who do what Debo does when Debo's clicking, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's the obvious answer. But I'm excited for the challenge for the other receivers to see, you know, who steps up and who can do. I think we're going to change our offense a little bit too. You know, now we don't have Debo. I think you have to actually, and let's see what that looks like because last year it seemed like people were catching on. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
speaking of staying on that topic, speaking of receivers, Jennings wants some money. I think he had like
Yeah.
a calf injury. Anytime we hit calf nowadays, ever since KD, we all be like, hold on, wait a minute,
Nah, I know.
stop.
I
Uh,
know.
he got injured. Ayuk's working back from the ACL.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
then, so really, you got like Ricky Pearsall and who, at least for the time being. So, is it anybody that you want to see or that you think can step up in that wide receiver room?
Um, they seem to really like Demarcus Robinson. The only thing I remember about Demarcus Robinson is having like prop bets on Nakua and Cooper Cup and Demarcus Robinson catching balls. And I'm like, why are they throwing to this dude? But
Yeah,
yeah, no, they seem to really like Demarcus Robinson. My guy, who I was hoping was going to step up as a wide receiver or at the wide receiver position, was Jacob Cowing, who we drafted last year out of Arizona. Um, he couldn't get on. He got on the field a little bit last year. We thought he was going to be a good punt returner. He didn't really do that very well. And that his last year at Arizona, man, he was really damn good. So I was excited when we got him And yeah, and so with all that being said, he's hurt. So I don't remember exactly what it is, but they're thinking I can't even remember his timetable. I get him confused, him and Renardo Green's timetable, but when they're supposed to be back. But to start, to have an opportunity like that, with BA working back, with Jawan, holding in and then getting hurt, you know what I mean? Like with Ricky, they're very safe with Ricky Pearsall. Like it would be nice to see Jacob Cowing out there getting reps with the ones and stuff like that, just to see if he could replicate any of that. But they like they seem to like some of the undrafted guys we got, like this guy named Nayor they really like. There's another I meant to write these dudes' names down, but there's a couple people who they're like, hey, if you cut them, you're not going to be able to get them back to practice squad just because they're like there's a couple of them who are like physical freaks and whatnot. I just can't remember their names, but Jacob Cowing was the one that I was really looking forward to, and I'm pretty bummed out about that. He's not gonna, or it doesn't seem that he's gonna get an opportunity to make a name, at least not right now. Which is this would be great if he would do it now. So yeah,
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a very just interesting group to watch over the course of the season and see how they work.
yeah,
Obviously, like coming back from injury for IU, some people are different on the spectrum of ACLs depending on, just recovery in general. Some people take
right,
week one, some it take 4 or 5 weeks, and then the initial ramp up period. Demarcus Robinson, like you said, yeah, like he's basically been a parlay wrecker for his
right.
whole career.
Facts,
When he was
facts.
in Kansas City, he was taking touchdowns from Tyreek and Kelsey.
That's
He was in
hilarious.
Baltimore taking them from Mark Andrews, and then
Yeah,
the Rams, same thing. Yeah, and he's one of those guys that you can like pick up one random fantasy week, and you got a chance he might score two touchdowns.
for
He
sure,
just might.
for
You
sure.
never know.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
yeah, he's pretty solid, but like I said, obviously he's not like a guy, but
Yeah.
he could be
Also,
productive.
probably going to start the year off suspended for like a DUI or something like that. So,
Yeah.
not, that wide receiver room, man. A lot of people are freaking out about it. I'm kind of freaking out about it too, just like everything else with our team this year, though, man. There's a lot of unknowns. I mean, so that wide receiver room, though, it looks. I think we signed Amon St. Brown's brother. We just cut him though, and then who do we sign today? Andy Isabella. No,
Yeah.
thank you. You know what I mean? Like,
And
but I
then
mean, they need
running
bodies.
back,
They
I
need to,
got didn't I get Amir Abdullah?
yeah, Amir Abdullah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
because I think one of our rookie backs is dealing with something right now. So, but
Mhm.
yeah, that wide receiver room, man. Juwan Jennings being hurt, that really, that's not ideal. But yeah, we'll see. And the thing with BA is that everybody's just so quiet on it, like so secretive. Like with Diggs, they're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
he's back and he tore it after and this and that, blah 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 blah." Apparently, the tear that BA had was really like, it was structurally bad in like many different areas. So, but they're just so quiet about it. It's like they have bad news and they don't want to tell us type shit. So, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I think he definitely starts the year off on the PUP list, and I would not rush him back. If you're 7-3, 10 weeks into the season, I mean, just don't bring him back until you need to. You know what I mean? I was kind of saying the same thing about McCaffrey last year, but shit, we needed him all year to be honest. But yeah, that's a whole another story.
Well, Diggs was off that Pink Panther, so you know, he was he was floating. He was floating through.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
hey,
Shoot,
rehab felt
man.
like a spa day. You
Right,
know what I
facts.
mean?
Facts.
He was something different.
Boy, that boy
Um,
living it up.
but speaking of CMC, from a fantasy perspective, nobody wants to draft him because we're nervous. We're nervous on the
Fair.
whole injury thing. And obviously, when healthy, we know what he is. He's a game breaker. You confident or that he's gonna be healthy this year? You a little nervous, and then I guess just overall the running back room, how you feel? Because y'all also traded Jordan Mason to
Yep, Jordan Mason's
Minnesota.
over in Minnesota. Yep, I saw him on my
Yeah,
timeline today. He had a nice little run, I guess. Am I confident in McCaffrey? Well, I mean, his health is a concern. It's always been a concern. His usage is a concern. You know what I mean? Like, you hear, Kyle say things in the press conference like, we have to protect Christian from himself. Motherfucker, you be the main one running him to the ground, man. You know what I mean? I mean, granted, it's during the season, but still, man, like, can we get, but nah, man, like the clips that I've seen, he looks fast, he looks fine, I guess, you know what I mean? I mean, it's hard to take away, some things from, what you see online, but um listen, man, how many games are there in the season? 17 now, 18 now,
shit,
17?
19 if you ask me.
Oh, 19 yeah, yeah. See, that's why I'm throwing off because Toph yesterday. Um yeah, you get 14 healthy games out of McCaffrey. I like our chances. I like our chances. I hope we use Garindo, but that boy ended up banged up last year, so we'll see. They really like this guy Jordan James. I can't remember if he's out of. Actually, I
Oregon,
don't want to. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, so
Oregon.
they like him, but he's hurt right now. He tweaked something, so you let Jordan Mason go. It's just got to be, you know, part of the issues with our offense last year was we were still moving the ball up and down the field. The issue was scoring touchdowns. That's where McCaffrey's huge, bro. So it's
Yeah,
like, spare him a little bit between, the 220-yard lines, man. Like if you can, you know what I mean? But who knows? We may need to rely on him even more now that Debo's gone and BA's not back, and who knows who's going to be catching passes for us right now. Like, you may have to rely on him a little bit more. But McCaffrey doesn't really seem like the type of guy who's like preserve and play as long as I can. It's like play as hard as I can for as long as I can. At least that's kind of like the vibes that I get from him. Better win a Super Bowl with him.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So yeah,
What's in the water? Because like running back injuries and that so it's
I
like
don't know, man.
I
It's
think
Kyle, man. It's Kyle. Be running
and
people up
look,
against
not
brick walls,
and
man.
go back to Frank Gore.
That's
Like,
true. That's true. That's true.
although
Frank Gore.
he got the majority of his out of Miami still.
Yeah, in college. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, for sure. Sure. He came into the league. He didn't get hurt for. No, that's not true. He got hurt early once, and then after that, he was solid for a long, long time. And then, yeah, but yeah, I don't know what it is, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Listen,
look.
man, too much bad juju, man. These 49er fans are something else, man. I don't know. I feel like they was probably even more obnoxious back when we was winning Super Bowls, and now it's like it's like, yeah. Yeah, let's humble y'all a little bit. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, nah, yeah, I don't know what it is, man. The injury bug has been crazy, but it's crazy for everybody, man. Nobody. That was the other crazy, and I'm not gonna keep bringing up this damn Super Bowl, but that was the other crazy thing about the last Super Bowl was we were so healthy, bro. Like
Mm,
we were so healthy. It was just like, you know, all the premium people that you need were there and ready to go, and still couldn't get it done. But anyway,
yeah, man, that's tough. Like, they always talk about the Super Bowl windows and how they're always smaller than what you think they are.
for sure.
Yeah, when you get there, you got to win. And obviously, I know nothing about Super Bowl experience, like, barely no playoff experience, but still, like, yeah, like it shrinks fast.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so yeah, that's tough.
yeah.
Uh, so moving into 2025, obviously, um, who I need one player on offense, one player on defense. that you're excited for this year? And it doesn't have to be a known guy. It could be just it could be a young guy that you're hype about. It could be a veteran that you want to see achieve something. It don't matter. So one guy
Gotcha.
on offense and defense.
Gotcha. I'll go defense first. I want to. Uh, it's gonna be three young guys. So Renardo Green, I really want to see what kind of step he takes in year two. That's the corner opposite of Lenore. He was really good last year. Be one of the few bright spots from last year. And it'd just be nice, man, to have like, I mean, well, I guess that's not true. Ward and Lenore were good corners too, right? Or it was like a good pair of corners. But, it would be nice to have, younger, faster, little feistier, uh, cornerback tandem. You know what I mean? So I'm really excited for Renardo Green. Michael Williams out of our pick from the
Mm,
first round. Excited for that. He doesn't appear to be as much as an edge rusher, which is fine. He's more of like an edge setter. Um,
mm.
Shoot, they think his best pass rushing is probably going to come from the middle, so we'll see how that all plays out. But excited to see him. He's just like a physical freak, and you know, um, you know, we got him from Georgia, right?
Yeah, was he the one that was the hybrid, or was it the one that went to Atlanta? There was two guys from Georgia. One played like both, and one was like strictly an edge.
I think Michael, the one we got, I
Played a
think he
little
was
bit
a
of linebacker.
hybrid. I think he
Okay.
was a hybrid. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, and then CJ West, the defensive tackle that we got. Um, in like the fourth or fifth round or something like that. Really excited to see him play. I mean, you can just tell like he's one of those guys that like really loves football. He talks about how he can't wait to smack offensive lineman in the face as soon as the freaking ball snaps and all kinds of stuff like that. And like, he's just got like it seems like he got really physical hands and he's quick for his size. Like, shoot, they like him, or most people seem to like him better than Alfred Collins, who we got from Texas. So yeah, we'll see. But yeah, those will be the three on defense that I'll really be watching this year and really excited to see. Um, I hate to say it on offense. Well, I don't hate to say it. On offense, it's Ricky Pearsall because if Ricky Pearsall could like become a guy, you know what I mean? Like not even like, he don't need to be Puka or he don't need to be elite, but if he could be like a guy, like kind of like how BA was, like that just it helps tremendously, bro. Because with Juwan Jennings, I love Juwan Jennings. But like now with the injury and plus just his style of play, like you don't know how long he's gonna play. You don't know how, he's already slow, so I'm not really worried about him losing a step. But you know, Juwan Jennings is just somebody you really want him to be your third best receiver, probably.
Yeah, yeah,
And then BA unknown. So if Ricky Pearsall can like stay healthy and contribute and start to come on like how he did towards the end of last year, that could help a lot of things, him and Braga on the same page and all that, which they were towards the end of the year last year. Like, um, and you could tell that Kyle wants to do other things with them, like reverses and, kind of not use them like Debo, obviously, but just kind of, I think they hit him on an end around last year again. It might have been on Monday night against Detroit last year, but that went for like 40 yards or something like that. So you could tell that they want to do things with Ricky. He just got to be available, man. And I think he does have like the, you know, the skill set for it. It's just we gotta see it. You know what I mean? But imagine, if Ricky Pearsall pans out and is a guy, then that elevates the wide receiver room. Now you get Ricky Pearsall, who's a guy. Juwan, hopefully not too hurt for real. Let's say BA comes back to a B version of himself. Like I'm okay with that wide receiving core, including Kittle. So yeah, yeah, Ricky Pearsall for sure. I think he's gonna be huge.
yeah, yeah. Like you said, if you're able to get something out of him
Yeah,
consistently, then
yeah,
yeah, at the very least, it could settle things.
yeah.
And
If
like
he's a
if
bum,
you
we in
get
trouble. Honestly, if he's a bum, we in
pretty
trouble.
much,
So yeah, yeah. So yeah, yeah.
pretty much. Now we talked about it before. We said that the schedule kind of light. It's a little light. So what are your expectations for this year from a record perspective?
Um, we need to win the division. The Rams are good. Um, I got us going 4-2 in the division. I don't know if that's, wait, there's 6 games, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got us going
Yeah.
4-2 in the division. I think we're gonna split with the Rams like we typically do, except for last year. And I mean, we may drop one to Seattle, hopefully not week one, and or we may drop one to Arizona because I think Seattle's gonna be better than people anticipate, and I think Arizona's gonna be a little bit better than people anticipate. Um, but who knows? Maybe you get swept by the Rams, and but then you sweep the other four. Like however we get to 4-2, that's what I hope we do, and I think we're gonna do. Um, as far as the rest of the schedule, I got us going. I meant to pull up the schedule. I got us going anything 9 or less wins is a huge disappointment, even if you sneak into the playoffs. Because if you only won 9 games with this schedule, you're not gonna make no noise in the playoffs. I got us going 11-6. I got us losing to the Texans probably. Um, we're probably gonna drop one of those Bucks and Atlanta ones. I hate to say it, but we probably gonna drop one of them. Gonna drop one to the Rams. You're gonna lose one that you're not supposed to lose. You know what I mean? So like I got us going 11-6. Um, I would be okay with that as long as it wins us the division.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Yeah. But you gotta win the
Yeah.
division, I think.
Yeah, I think the division, I feel like the division's for the taking this year. I think the Rams, I just don't know how much longer Stafford's body's going to hold up.
For
They
sure.
already talk about back pain and all this other
Hmm.
stuff, but they do got a talented roster. Obviously, bring Tay over there. Tay and Puka, like Tay was still good last year.
Yeah. Yep.
Um, Kyron, that defense is young, but still
Yep.
pretty good.
Yep.
Seattle,
They had Philly on the ropes in the playoffs last year.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
So
you
yeah,
expect a year two jump from like Burst, like with Fisk or whoever else they got in there. Kobe Turner's there. Like the defense got some players.
for sure.
Um, I don't expect much out of Seattle.
Really?
Honestly,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if I don't know what we're gonna get from Sam Darnold.
That's fair.
Honestly, he
Yeah.
could do something. He could continue to be good, but I haven't seen him play 2 good years in a row.
Fair enough.
So until I figure that out, I think their defense probably gonna be solid. But
Yeah.
yeah,
I,
I don't
I I
know.
just remember watching Seattle's draft, and every time they draft somebody, I was upset. Like, God damn it, that's gonna make them better. That's gonna make them better.
Yeah,
It happened like
yeah,
4 or 5 times. So I was like, all right, maybe we should. And then like starting off the season in Seattle week one,
yeah. I might,
it'll be
yeah, I
interesting.
might.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So yeah,
They got that. I think they got that safety from South Carolina. That's big,
yep.
fast.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I don't even ask me how to say his name. I
Yeah.
sound like
Yep. I
damn.
know you're talking about. Yep.
Yeah, they got
Yeah.
him, and then still got Woolen and Witherspoon like at the corners. Yeah,
Yeah.
they got some dudes on defense. But Arizona was my pick. Like, well, not my pick, but one of my teams I thought could be
Sleepers last year.
surprising.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. I think they should take another step forward this year. If Kyler can figure out the back shoulder throws to Marvin,
Yeah.
if they figure
Fair
that
enough.
shit out, they might be all right. But
Yeah.
outside of that, like I say, y'all play the AFC South, might be the worst division in football, honestly. If you,
Yeah.
if you ask
Yeah.
me. And then which I played the
We played the
NFC South.
NFC South.
South.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is also one of the worst divisions in football.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, y'all should. I feel like y'all could get like 10 wins, at least 10 wins off the strength of that.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
I wouldn't
New
even be happy
Orleans,
with
New
10.
Orleans week two, y'all should smack them.
Yeah. Yeah. So even if you lose to Seattle in week one, which isn't ideal, I mean, you start the season 1-1, you know what I mean? But that's the other thing. I think we got a chance to, let me pull up this damn schedule, man. I think we got a chance to get off to a fast start, low key, you know what I mean? 2025 is
Yeah, I got at Seattle, then it's at New Orleans. Y'all should smack them. At home
Yep.
versus Arizona, at home versus Jacksonville. Then y'all go to the Rams.
Then we go to the Rams. Yep.
Then
I
y'all
think
go
I
to
got that.
Tampa.
Yep. So that stretch is going to be interesting. Yeah, that stretch is going to be interesting. The Rams, Bucks, Falcons, Texans,
Houston.
especially with three of those
Yeah,
being on the road, that's going to
yeah.
be tough. But Shit, man. I mean, just start. You know what I mean? Just start 4-0. But we'll see. But yeah, I think we got a chance to get off to a fast start. If we come out week one and beat the snot out of Seattle, like I kind of, I think that would kind of like be setting a tone. Um, and but who knows? We might beat the snot out of Seattle and then struggle with New Orleans. Who knows? But yeah, it's just this team is so unknown, man. I just there are a lot of question marks. That's why I'm not like, yeah, we definitely going back to the Super Bowl. I mean, there are a lot of question marks. There are a lot of new pieces. So yeah, but I'm trying to find 6 losses on this schedule. Um,
I,
but
I mean, you got like some of the major
if Shador's
teams.
playing, I'll give y'all a shot. Yeah, yeah. If Shador's playing, I'll give y'all a shot.
Oh,
uh, I
come
want to beat the
on.
snot out of the Bears, man. They keep putting the Bears higher than us on these power rankings, man. Starting to piss me off. But, but yeah, so yeah, I 11, yeah, 11-6, man. That's what I'm sticking with.
11-6.
Yeah,
I can
yeah,
see. Hey, I can see 11-6.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I don't know how I feel about Chicago. Like with Chicago, I think you expect Caleb to play better, and then like
for
you look
sure.
at his numbers, he really wasn't like bad. He just took a whole
Bad,
lot of
bad.
sacks.
Yeah.
Um, and you expect the offense to be better. They got a lot of young weapons that they
Hmm.
can use on offense.
I
Defensively,
feel like they had a
I
good
don't know
draft
what they
too.
got.
I can't remember. I feel like a lot of teams had a good. I just remember watching the draft this year, and being like, "Huh, okay, that kind of makes them better." You know what I mean? Like sometimes there
Yeah,
are years where teams just like are complete
beat
head
the rest.
scratchers. You don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, but I felt like because I'm looking at those because I mean in the NFC, what you got Philly, you got Detroit, you
Yeah.
got people like Green Bay. That's actually one draft I did not like was Green Bay's draft, but I don't know. Like Tennessee has got like two, three teams at the top there, and then that
Washington.
middle. Oh yeah, Washington could call.
I like
Yep, yep,
Washington.
yep. So, yeah. So, but then that middle pack right there is just like, all right, well,
Wide open.
who's gonna emerge from that? And that's why I'm watching the Bears draft. I'm watching obviously the Rams draft, and I'm just like, damn, like they kind of getting better. Dallas, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I don't want to
I
say.
like they draft. I like they
Yeah,
draft.
yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? And you
I
get
like that
Pickens
one
over
too.
there. Like yeah, I don't think they're gonna beat no slouch this year. But yeah, man, the NFC is wide open, man. And I mean, it's Philly's division to take. We'll see what Detroit looks like, with their changes. We'll see if Washington can build off of last year. But other than that, that's why you get 11 wins, you win the division, you get a home game. And, I was listening to you and tell, oh, people like Tampa Bay too, I guess. I don't really, who cares? Respectfully tough. But I was listening to you and Toph yesterday, and he was just saying how, like, you know, Tampa Bay is like one of those teams that when you run into them in the playoffs, like you're not afraid of them. You know what I mean? Like they don't play
Yeah,
a style of ball that, intimidates you or anything
yeah,
like that. Miami, the exact same way, you know what I mean? Like he'll be hoping they get Miami in the first round. You know what I mean? So it's
same.
just like, but the Niners, I feel are different. And I think that's why every time we make the playoffs, we make, a decent run because, our brand, our style, like the players, that we've had and, now in the Super Bowl, a whole different story. But in the divisional, they're a wild card through NFC Championship. Like we play pretty good ball for the most part. So yeah, get in, get a division game, or get the division, and then try to make a run and see what happens. Because NFC, it's not that tough, man. Like if you end up playing Philly in the NFC Championship and they beat you again, it is what it is. You end up playing Detroit in the NFC Championship game. I'd
That
be
don't
upset,
lose.
but yeah, yeah, but yeah, no,
That don't lose.
but yeah, no. So, yeah, it's weird this year, man. Like, I want to, like, part of me is like, I can't wait for the season to get here because I need to see what this team is going to look like, and the other part of me is like, well, let's just take our time because listen, man, if it's a bad year or anything like that, not because of injuries, but just like a bad year in general, you go 8-9. It's just like, all right, man. Is Kyle the guy? Is John Lynch the guy? Is Purdy the guy? You know what I mean? What we doing with Trent? What we doing with McCaffrey? What we doing with BA? You know what I mean? It's just like it just opens up so many more questions, man. And I'm not looking forward to that. So we'll see.
Shit, don't be asking no questions about Pew Pew Project. My dog there for
Mm.
the long run. What you mean? Oh, let's
Yeah,
see how much guarantee money he got.
180, I want to say. I think it was 180. Because the
We,
contract was for what, 250?
yeah, so it says 100 million guaranteed, fully ex signing, and then 181 in total
Okay.
guarantee.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
265 is the contract.
265. Okay. My bad. I was thinking
265.
250,
So
255.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. I mean 180, what is it? What was it, 5 years?
Yeah.
5 years of 180, that's about
30 something,
about,
right?
about three
Yeah.
years. Hold up. 50, yeah, it's about 3 years guaranteed.
Hmm. Yeah.
Throwing some
Yeah.
change. Hey
Yeah.
man. Yeah, so
So,
you got about
yeah.
3 more years at least. But yeah, yeah, I think in the NFC, the landscape, obviously, the Eagles will be the team to beat otherwise. But then, like outside of that, it's kind of to me, I think it's pretty open.
Yeah.
I think the Lions are gonna be good, but I
Hmm.
don't think they're gonna be nearly as dominant as they were last year. 15
Right.
wins is crazy.
Right.
I think Washington should be better,
Hmm.
but also, developments of quarterbacks or quarterback play for most quarterbacks is pretty up and down, at least early.
Right.
Uh, who else?
Hopefully this
Like I said,
Terry McLaurin nonsense causes some division in the locker room like Brandon's did for
mm,
ours last year. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I like Washington.
yeah,
But yeah, nah, we'll see what happens to all that. Like you told Rito, it's probably just it's just standard. Like, hey, you didn't pay me
mm-hmm.
what I wanted, now I want out, all that kind of stuff. So
No, well, not yet.
yeah, yeah.
But
But no, Washington should be better, but you're right. We just saw CJ Stroud have a little sophomore slump. So let's see what Jane Daniels does. But yeah, Washington should be better and they should be up there. I like Minnesota. I don't like JJ McCarthy though, so I don't like Minnesota actually. But
yeah, yeah, their
the
roster is
rest of
good.
their team, yeah, yeah, they
Roster's
have a
good.
good
Yeah,
roster. Yeah. Uh, people
they just
high on
got
Tampa Bay, man.
Jonathan. They just got Jonathan Allen, I think,
Did they?
from Washington. I think they got him. I think
Oh,
they signed him,
okay.
and then they got the two edges that they had last year,
Yeah.
and then they got somebody. Yeah, shout out to Questy, man, building that team up. Brown alum.
No,
Shout
there you
out
go.
to
There you
him.
go.
Hey,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
appreciate it. Got the third round pick.
There you go.
Something,
There you
man.
go.
Shout out to the boy. But yeah,
Yep.
like Tampa. Like I said, Tampa's going to be an exciting team to watch. They're going to put up numbers. I think their offense got a chance to be really good. But yeah, I just don't trust Baker. Like I was telling Toe,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
game on the line. I'm putting money on the other squad. I
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
am.
For sure.
It's
For
just that
sure.
consistent, and that kind of
Yeah.
goes back to that conversation earlier. Like you got the quarterback. Some quarterbacks we look at the quarterbacks differently, right? Like I said with Purdy a couple of years ago, it's like, oh, okay, he can actually go out there and win some games at the end of the game. So that makes me think, okay, you're a little. I can put you higher on the pecking order because of that.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know, but yeah, NFC's wide open.
For sure.
Specifically, like I said, every division really. The South, I think three teams can win it.
Mm,
The East, I think it's probably gonna be Philly, but if Washington won, I wouldn't be surprised.
right.
The North, I expected to be the Lions, but if Green Bay won, I wouldn't really be surprised. The West, y'all and the Rams, one of y'all, I expect to win it.
Yeah.
But if Arizona just had a weird one of them seasons like that a couple of years ago where they just playing really good and then get slapped up in the playoffs, I wouldn't be surprised.
They feel like they're bubbling a little bit, Arizona. Like, I mean, I don't know. I think a lot of it comes down to Tyler still, right? Like, isn't that,
Yeah.
part of, Tyler and
Yeah.
Marvin, they gotta get on the same page and all that kind of
Mm-hmm.
stuff. But who's their tight end? He just got paid. McBride.
McBride, yeah.
McBride, yeah, yeah. Do they still got James Conner?
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that boy be running
Still
all over the
trucking.
Niners, but oh my
He run
gosh,
tough.
man. He
That
be
boy
killing us,
run.
man.
That boy run tough, man.
Yeah, yeah. That boy be smoking us. But yeah, man, I'm excited, man. I'm glad it's here. I just every day get on timeline and make sure I don't see nobody carted off the field, knock on wood. But yeah, we can't, we really can't. I don't think we can withstand like a serious injury. Yeah, having BA be out for the first 6 weeks is already going to be tough enough. So, but if he's not right, then don't rush him back. But there's a lot of unknowns, man. Like our safety play. I mean, nah, I don't
Vonga's
know.
gone. I know y'all
Yep,
didn't love.
Vonga's
Yeah,
gone.
y'all didn't love Vonga, but he's gone.
Yeah, yeah, he was good. He was really good that one year, and he had moments last year. But like our safeties, who's going to be that second linebacker? We got a battle between D Winters and Nick Martin, who we drafted in the draft. So, gotta see what that's going to look like. And the defensive line is still a question, man. Like, first of all, I don't know if you saw, but Nick Bosa fell from like 27 to 57 in the top 100. He was
Yeah,
27 the year before, and he fell all the way to 57 this year.
I,
Like,
I thought that
Nick
was
was
kind of
not.
high.
He was fair enough. Me too. Nick was not good last year, bro. Nick was not good last year in any sense of the word. So you paid him all this money, man. Like, go be a game wrecker, bro. Like Aiden Hutchinson, game wrecker. Miles Garrett, obviously. Max Crosby. Max Crosby been playing for bums his whole
Yeah,
goddamn career, and he still makes plays, like consistently. But
Max
I don't know,
L.
something about them Bosa boys always been a little overrated. But anyway, but yeah. So it's just young, you know what I mean? Like opposite of Bosa, you got Michael, who's not really an edge rusher, but. Oh my God, I don't know, and I don't want to be too long-winded. Getting Robert Saleh back, I think is going to work
Oh,
wonders. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's going to be huge. I think we probably keep him, depending on how we perform. He'll probably get another head coaching job if he can get this defense back on track. And I'm excited for it. Players are different. I mean, there's still a few there from when he was there back in the day. But yeah, I think getting Salah back and getting Brandon Staley and Nick Sorensen the hell up out of there, man. Like, yeah, I
what? You don't
am.
like Brandon Staley?
Oh, come on, man. Go on. They try to feed us some bullshit too, man. They's like, oh yeah, he just has these really creative ways where him and Nick are gonna work so well together. Blah blah. I'm like, boy, y'all got creative ways to not stop the run. I don't know what the hell's going on, man. But yeah, it was yeah, having Salah back, I'm excited for that personally. You know what I mean? So I might run some stadium steps with them first game out. You know what I'm saying?
He just be in there running. Hey, you
You're
good?
right. Be
Back,
right
back,
up and
ready
down my
to
stairs. My wife gonna be like, "What's going on?" Like, hey, Salah back, baby. Let's go, man. Let's go kill Sam Darnold. I was kidding. But yeah, no, I'm excited. So yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
no, that's what's up, man.
yeah,
That's what football season is about.
yeah. Yep.
It's literally it's the best time of the year.
Thousand
Uh,
percent.
I feel better when football season. You
Same.
know, I'm
Same.
happy. Sundays are good. Hey, this week
Yep.
I'm gonna tune in on Saturdays. I need to see who we drafted next year.
There you
Hey,
go.
I'm looking at Clemson games, Texas games, South Carolina games. Hey, we,
Yeah.
we got to see what's out there. You
Uh-huh.
know
For
what I
sure.
mean?
For sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So shit. Hey, I'm on for it. So you said roughly like 11 wins. We kind of went through the vast majority of it. So, do you have a playoff prediction? Like, do you think I get to the conference championship game, Super Bowl, or are you just like, hey, we're getting there?
Um, no, anything short of Super Bowl is massively disappointing still. Because
Ooh,
I do still think that, we're in our window, technically. You know what I mean? Like, so I think anything short of a Super Bowl is a massive disappointment. Um, but what I will say, I got us winning one playoff game for sure. For
okay.
sure. So whether that's a wild card game and then you go up to Philly and get smacked in the divisional round, then okay. Whether you won the division and well, no, because damn, no, because only the
Got
one
that
seed
by.
gets to buy, huh?
Yeah,
God.
mm,
Uh,
yeah, we'll see.
I got us
But I
winning one
mean,
playoff game.
lucky for y'all, the NFC East is probably gonna be tough.
Yeah,
Like Rito be talking about the Giants, that defense is gonna be
I
at the
think so
very least.
too. I think so too.
At the very
Yeah,
least, that D line will be insane. Like that D
yeah,
line gonna win you a game.
for
It's off the
sure.
strength.
Yeah,
Off the
and one of
strength.
them, one of them quarterbacks probably do something, but yeah,
Yeah.
I got us winning. We're not gonna be the one seed, obviously. You know what? Okay, I can't say we making the championship, the NFC championship. I'm gonna just say we win one playoff game this year for sure, and then see what happens from there.
Okay, bet.
Yep. Yep.
I feel like that's comfortable. Like I said, you mess around with a division and you play not a wild card team in the first round.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
you have to. You play wild card team in the first round. Yeah, you
Yep.
should get that dub.
Yeah.
You should get that dub. Unless
I
it's
think
like
so.
watch. Unless it's like watch. We'll reevaluate.
Right, for
You
sure.
know.
Right. Yep. Yep. Or my worst nightmare, Dallas freaking finally beat us in the playoffs.
Ooh,
Oh my gosh, that hurt.
that's
That would
nasty work.
hurt. Yep.
Yeah, that's nasty work,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. But hopefully it don't come to
Damn.
that. So we'll see.
Hopefully not, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, man, we appreciate you
Hell yeah, man.
for coming through. As always, I think we probably gonna start the spaces back like next week,
Perfect.
or at least the one for the preseason or whatever we gonna end up doing, man.
Okay.
But let the people know where they can find you.
Dre Day IV10. That's on Twitter where you get elite. Nothing. I just be rambling on that motherfucker. But yeah, Dre Day IV10. That's it, man. I got Instagram, man, but I don't be doing nothing on there, man. I couldn't even repost your shit to my story, man. I don't even know why I be on there. So yeah, but yeah, yep, on Twitter, I be on there. I'm trying to stay off, I'm trying to get off of it a little bit, you know what I mean? And you know, my drafts are crazy as always, but I'm doing better at, I'm doing better at, you know, just putting stuff in the drafts, and then if it applies later, maybe I'll post it later. You know what I mean? But we'll see. So, but yeah, nah,
I
that's
caught
what, man.
myself bookmarking stuff on IG. Dude had us going 1-16. I said, "Boy, you got me fucked up." He was
Hey,
like,
oh, go ahead, go ahead.
he was like, who had? I don't even know who he had us beating. He had us beating like I don't know the fuck, man. I don't know who he had us beating. There's some game in the middle of the season, and like the
Yeah,
first 6 games, they are tough. Man. Oh, ain't no way to go win this one. Ain't no way to go win that one. And then at the end, we get lost high. Man.
yeah. Nah, it should be,
Oh
that'd be
yeah,
tight.
after we win the first three or some random shit. Like,
Right,
yeah, we'll talk that shit now. We can lose the rest of
right,
them. I don't care.
right, exactly. Yeah. We ain't got
Uh,
116, but you was talking about. That's what we
yeah,
said.
but
I
one
just,
is
yeah, yeah.
uh,
I almost tweeted something the other day. Actually, maybe I did. I don't know. I be bookmarking. I'm telling you, man. I know you think I'm making it up, but I be bookmarking these power rankings, man, because niggas playing our face a little bit, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. So they got. I mean, I won't respect nobody's teams, but they got people ahead of us. I'm like, come on, man. Like, let's just. Well, you will see. You know what though? We look like ass last year. So, and we lost a lot of good players. So. Yeah, that's fair. You know what I mean? But I do think that chip on our shoulder that we're going to play with this year, I think is going to be a thing, and I think it's going to help us win games for sure.
big facts, straight like
Hell
that,
yeah.
man.
Hell yeah.
But
Thanks
yeah,
a
for
lot, Zeke,
sure,
man.
man.
This was fun, bro. Looking
Yes, sir.
forward
As
to talking
always, man.
weekly and keep doing your thing, man. And I'll be tuning in to all these. I'm gonna learn how to post them to my story, man. I'm not gonna do mine because that a little weird if I do mine and I didn't do you and Toast. But whoever you got next,
That's
man.
gonna be the easiest one because it's gonna be a little button that says "post to your story." Come like, oh,
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, yeah.
that's the
See,
easy one.
fair enough, fair enough. Maybe I'll do it. We'll see. But yeah, man, keep doing your thing, bro. These are dope. I freaking was dying laughing listening to you and Toph yesterday, bro. Like that. Yeah, that shit was funny. So these are great.
For sure,
Hell yeah.
man. We definitely gonna keep them coming, man. Like I said, man, appreciate you for joining. Hey,
Yes, sir.
we gonna see you in the space, and I hope
Hell yeah.
it's a better 2025 in the spaces for you
Hey,
than it was
I
in
appreciate that, man.
2024.
I appreciate
That's
that,
all
bro.
I'm gonna
Same to you,
say,
man. Hey, let's go. Long live Shador, man. Let's get Shador on the field, man. Let's
Hey,
get Shador
I
on the
love
field.
Shador. I love the Sanders family. But all of the fans that then came to Cleveland, as Shador fans, go away. Please,
Oh yeah.
please, please. We don't like
No, y'all not fucking with him.
you. No, go, go. Every time we say something, well, oh man, they don't like him. They didn't plan on picking him. The owner said it was the GM's pick. Ain't that how it's supposed to work? That's what I
Right,
thought.
right.
But
Yeah, yeah. A lot of hoopla,
we,
but
uh,
yeah. Hopefully y'all get that figured out. Because if it'd be, you know what, I don't want to throw them into. Because don't y'all have a hard ass schedule to start? Yeah,
yeah,
don't throw them into the fire. Let's see them in like week 6. You know what I'm saying? So,
it
but yeah,
goes Cincy, Baltimore, Pittsburgh, Detroit, Green Bay, Minnesota.
Week seven.
Yes.
Let's say week
Yeah,
seven.
we seven.
Yeah.
Like it's like the Patriots. Yeah,
Okay, there
maybe
you go. Yeah.
maybe
We'll see.
seven. Yeah, somewhere in there.
Word. Hell yeah, man. Thanks again, bro.
For sure, man. Take it easy.
Yes,
Y'all
sir.
know where to find me at, man. It'll be somewhere in the space somewhere. Y'all will see it. Hey, we appreciate y'all for joining in, man. We out.